To those stating, it is not my fight. This is why this country is in the position that it is today. The color of my skin should not matter. Whether I'm brown, black, purple. This is a humanitarian issue. We are in this position because there is no unity.
Now the black and the brown community, we need to come together and we need to remember.
First of all, we done told you no. You don't even respect us enough to take no for an answer. We asked you to stop saying the N-word. You said no. And so come together and remember what exactly. Remember that y'all anti-black as racist as a lot of y'all. So we ain't got to come together and do a damn thing. We done said no. Respect our boundaries and leave alone. Okay? We done said no. The answer is no. When y'all come here, y'all want to align with whiteness. You love whiteness. You glorify whiteness and demonize blackness. So you need to make videos and ask white Americans to join with you. Because that's who you love so much, right? That's who you kiss. That's who boots you lick. So why the hell y'all not calling on them? Why are y'all calling on black people? Y'all always wanting to use black Americans. You want us to come out there and get the hell beat out of us for your racist, anti-black. It ain't happening. We said no. Period.
I just feel like if you could come here and riot another country's government, another country's laws, tear down that country's cities all the time, all the while you're waving your flag, the flag of a country you're fleeing from, why not go back to that country and do the same thing to y'all government? Why not go and riot and burn down y'all cities to protest y'all own government for having to flee that country? Why come to a country that y'all fleeing from and burn it down because of our laws? When the same thing y'all doing here to our government, y'all can go and do it to y'all government for a better country. A country y'all wouldn't have to flee from.
Bro, you came here illegally, so you're getting sent back. Like, I'm not really understanding where I'm supposed to feel bad. Like, it's the law. Like, that, what? Am I missing something? Like, we also can't do that. We can't go to other countries illegally and just pop up and start working and all of that without things in order, without abiding by their laws. And to be honest, it's a much worse punishment if we end up doing that. I feel like America is being generous. Y'all are getting caught and then being sent by a plane or sent by a bus back home. That's pretty generous if you ask me.
Don't call me baby.
Yeah, girl, hell no. We at home. We at the cookout. If you like me, we at the spa. We getting a massage.
She's right about that. Black people got boots on the ground right now. Talking about where them fans at, line dancing with cowboy boots on, plaid shirts, clacking them fans all over the place looking for the closest function for the summer fish fry, the summer barbecue, whatever outdoor event. Others on the relaxation tip at the spa, doing their self-care routines, exfoliating stuff. I mean, not popping a sweat about nothing that ain't got nothing to do with us.
We are wherever the hell y'all were when we were going through it. Because let's not play these games like y'all were outside. We were outside with our bloodline on the main line. And y'all was somewhere else. Okay? Now the shoe's on the other foot and it's not funny anymore. And everybody wants a defense. Everybody wants us to run to the rescue. This ain't our battle, baby. Let's get real. Who voted for him? Who showed up to them polls and voted for him? Now, I'm not saying what's happening is right. But who showed up and voted for him? Latinas for Trump, that's who voted for him, okay?
I have been struggling on how to say this, and I made a video earlier, I took it down, but y'all are focusing on the wrong people. Y'all are focusing on why don't black people care what Trump is doing? We do. But we're focusing on us and ourselves to survive through this. What y'all need to be focused on instead of, well, why aren't black people actively protesting and doing all the things that they usually do? One, because we told you we're not going to do that anymore. Okay, we told you. Y'all didn't listen. Two, because we can't help you as much as the people you need to help you. Okay? You need white people. You're focusing on black people, you need to focus on white people. You need to get their attention, their compassion, their empathy, their social and political power. You're focused on the wrong people. You're focused on the wrong demographic. Black people don't make up the vast majority of this country. We don't make up the vast majority of politicians. We are not in the White House. I'm telling you, You need to focus on white people and getting them to actively care and campaign and protest in your name, in your favor, and leave black people alone.
And see, the reason why they're focusing on black people is because most white people, at least the ones who voted for Trump, they're not saving them because this is exactly what they voted for. They told Trump what they wanted, and Trump promised he would deliver. So why would they go against what they wanted to appease the people that they identified as their problem? Nah, but instead of going against those people, they're trying to lash out at black people because they already have a problem with us anyway. They're always trying to find a reason to blame black people for anything, even when we clearly have nothing to do with this at all.
Black people are tired of being a bank where everyone keeps making withdrawals and no one ever makes a deposit. And I want you to think about that. If that was your setup, would you still want to give? Especially for those of us in the Hispanic community, because it's about patterns that we've inherited and the harm that we've ignored. Me, myself, I'm Puerto Rican. I've seen how anti-blackness and colorism still show up in our homes, in our language, in our media, in our families. In many families, darker skin is treated like a disadvantage. When solidarity is needed, hesitation shows what's been internalized, and too many of us were raised to believe that aligning with blackness meant losing something: safety, opportunity, acceptance. And we were taught the proximity to whiteness would protect us, that staying quiet was safer. So if we don't unlearn that, we end up repeating the same harm we say we stand against.
Wow, she told the 100% truth, and she's Puerto Rican.
So disengagement is not okay. What's happening to immigrant communities right now is devastating. I'm not taking away from that, and it does deserve compassion and support. But a good portion of that fear didn't come from distant forces, and it came from within our own communities. I've spoken out because I've watched people I know support systems that were never created for us to begin with. Systems that weren't designed to protect us, only to use us when it's convenient. So while I've raised my voice, I also know too many that have stayed silent, or worse, they chose power. We don't get to ask for empathy if we're unwilling to confront the harm our silence helped protect. And contrary to popular opinion, holding each other accountable isn't betrayal. It's how we begin to heal. So to the black women and men that are saying we've poured into everybody and got nothing back, you're not wrong. You've carried movements, you've carried communities, you've carried generations without rest, without complaint.
Exactly, because these people wouldn't even be over here if it wasn't for us. None of them. They use the laws meant for us for their own advantage. And yes, we helped them in the past, but over the years, they threw us under the bus time and time again whenever they got a chance. That's why black people need to just mind your business and let these people handle their own business.
Without question. And we cannot undo the silence that already has happened, but we can take responsibility for what happens next. I think people are not realizing we have way more similarities than differences, and we have more power together than we do apart. So look to your black brother or sister, look at them and say thank you, and I see you. Simple as that. Strike up a conversation, get to understand, because that's all they're asking for, to be seen and to be appreciated for all they do.
Hey, she's telling the truth. I would say at this point, though, we don't even need to be seen. Black people need to be focused on getting their business in order, not attention and acceptance. Accept yourself. Hear each other, and just mind your own business. Also, for the ones going back and forth, battling these people on social media, don't even waste your time. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Tell me what you think about this below. Special thank you to Charles H. I appreciate you, Charles, for all of your support for the channel, as well as Elmer, Roland C., Randy, Daniel, Clarence, and I can't forget about our sister Starlet. Once again, thank you all for your support. You can show your support as well. The link to PayPal is below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like and share.